Welcome to another episode of the Brews and Views, Tales from the Sea and the City. I am Kevin Griffin, one of your hosts, along with my partner and cohort, Cowboy Jenkins, or as I like to call him, Jeff Williams, or Mr. Kix Brooks, of course.
Thank God.
Now, if you'll notice, Kix, we're dressed a little differently than we normally would be, and we're not in the Brews and Views studio.
Are we not? That's crazy, dude.
We're in God's country.
I feel a little bit more closer to home because I am.
Yeah, how ironic. Within earshot, maybe?
Yeah. I'll tell you a couple stories about this area later on.
I guarantee you will. But
we got
Kix, why don't you tell us? Well, and I'll be damned, we're not even drinking craft beer tonight.
Not craft beer. But before we get into the beer, let me tell you why we're here.
It's gonna be one of those episodes.
Today we are here with a special guest. I know we don't have an extra seat here.
Special indeed.
Special, agreed. We have our buddy. We've heard him on the podcast multiple times.
He's the infamous one. We've name dropped him many a times, even though he's never listened. It's okay.
Warzone hero, camping
extraordinaire.
Yes, some would say the man himself. Let's invite Mr. Jonah.
Mr. Jonah, damn.
Over in here. Thanks for having me.
Jonah, welcome to your house.
Yeah, your house. Glad to be here. I know it's a long drive from the front of your garage, but
basically.
Pretty long on this little ride I got here, you know. Hey, it gets going when it wants to.
That's right. But listen, we had to go big for episode 20. We had to do it on location because just being in the studio wasn't good enough.
Nope.
We've done, this is month 6 that you and I have been recording. We're on episode 20, like I said. And, of course, we couldn't have any other finer guest than the infamous Mr. Jonah Day himself.
Agreed. And I think we dressed the part to be in the luxurious barn of the Day household.
That's right.
100%.
It's strict dress code.
Correct.
Exactly, yeah. Black tie, not allowed inside.
Yes, sir.
That's all I always like to say. One thing we're going to...
When have you ever said that?
I said that once. So today we are drinking on the podcast, like you said earlier today.
It is a shock because we've never drank on the podcast before.
I know. This is a sober podcast. Today we are drinking my favorite beer in this entire world, Busch Light.
For the farmers.
For the farmers.
Nectar of the gods.
And we gave ourselves a challenge today. I got myself, I had
emphasis
a 30 rack of Busch Latte I bought today.
Room temperature.
Yeah, room temperature. I bought it at 4, so it's been on ice in a refrigerator for about 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know what time it is now.
Correct.
But
5 o'clock somewhere.
it is. Thank you, sir.
Quick hand.
Yes. So our goal is to drink the rest of these during this podcast, and then my man over here.
That's one.
They gotta wake up at 4:45 to head to his wonderful, luxurious work.
Place of employment.
Yeah, place. He's joking, Mr. Yamatosho.
This is up in Suzuki. Should have bought a Honda. Thank you. Racist.
Jesus Christ.
They all look the same.
God damn. All right, well.
God bless.
Please don't fire me.
So, Jonah, obviously glad to have you on the podcast.
Literally, though.
It's been 19 episodes. Talked about you a lot on here. Why don't you go ahead and give a little detailed about yourself, kind of tell your little background.
Well, born and raised.
In God's country.
That's right. I don't know about that. Kentucky's God's country.
Wow.
But
Bold choice.
this is pretty second.
See? Yeah. With those UK stuff.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. Respect to the UK, man. I'm telling you.
Went to high school with Jeff. Good friend of Kevin. Married to a very beautiful lady, Livia. 2 beautiful kids. Living the dream, you know.
Right.
Just go every day, come home, living the dream.
Camp every weekend.
Just about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a second job.
Live vicariously through you.
Yep. No, can't really complain. Good life, you know.
It's good life out here. I mean, it's quiet. I mean, yeah, we had a little rain today.
We need a little rain, though. It's still raining now.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, it's not raining at the house. It's just this like little street that's just going over Gibson County.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is about that, I was just telling my mom the other day, I said, when we have storms, I feel like a little bit south of here, I think 64 breaks up the storms, but like north.
Well, it somehow bypasses them. I don't know why, like,
Yeah, I
just
don't
how
get
the
it.
line goes.
I don't get it. It's like a river almost, because you know how rivers typically break up storms and whatnot. It's like I-64 is that river.
Yeah.
Yes, basically Wabash.
Yeah.
Because when Illinois gets real bad stuff, and then it hits Wabash, and it's just like, here we're here, but we're not. You know,
We're here.
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Hashtag we're here. So, and before, I've got a couple good questions to ask you fine gentlemen, but before we get started, we'll talk about how I met the fine Mr. Jonah Day here. It was, what do you say, 2020, 2021? Probably more 2021.
I'd say 21. Yeah.
Back in the Warzone days when Jeff and I would hop on just about every damn night.
Thanks, COVID.
And yes, that's the reason we're here today. And thank you, Dr. Fauci. Anyways.
Fauci.
So,
Testify, buddy. Doing good.
you know, after a long, hard day of working, well, Jonah and I, and then whatever Jeff does to pass the time, we would hop on the Warzone. And, you know, back when you, me, and your wife would run trios, we would be graced with the presence of Mr. Jonah Day himself.
Yes.
And he would carry the team.
Literally, yeah. You come in and, we weren't playing Rebirth yet, I don't think.
No, that hadn't come out.
That came out. Jonah playing the original Verdansk. And,
RIP.
R.I.P.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Gosh darn it. And he would come in and just take over because, I mean, all his guns at that point were gold and diamond. And
How long had you been playing before we started playing as a group?
Well,
Here we go.
Since I was 12 years old.
I didn't mean Call of Duty. I just meant the Warzone itself.
Oh, I don't know, man. Just once you get into it, you get lost.
I mean, I get, yeah. I mean, there were a lot of nights, and I don't know if Jonah was with us yet or not, but there were a lot of nights you and I would play till
2 a.m.
1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Easy.
The thing is, I had to wake up early the next day because I had to go up to Crane.
Yeah, was that still in your Crane days?
Yeah, that was still my Crane days. Yeah, because, I was still in the Princeton house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's when you had the old, was it the IU lawn chair? That you'd have sit up in the living room there? Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I sat at the couch that was 3 feet behind me, it was too far. You
Yeah.
could see the
What-
enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Delayed. Yes, exactly. You know, that is delayed.
Yeah, the what do you call it? Not revive or rebirth, whatever the delay in between what you're hearing and what you're seeing on the screen versus how you're moving on the controller.
Lag.
Just a little lag. Yeah, thank you. I know something that we dealt with every night, but that
The
shit
man
internet,
knows what he's talking about when he's talking about the game.
he is an expert. You're
Yeah.
not wrong on that.
I tell you what, though, before I started playing Warzone, I played a lot of Call of Duty Black Ops.
Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 2 or 3 where you could run on the walls? Well, I believe it was 2.
Yeah.
And I was when I was in San Diego, and I tell you what, every time I'd get home, I would go to the gym, and then I would come back in, and I'd play the rest of the night, the entire night with people that I used to work with. So we would.
I thought you were about to say like the random Koreans that we used to face on the battlefield.
There was a Filipino.
There's always
There was a Filipino.
There's always a token Filipino. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of token Filipinos, it's just a random tidbit that we're gonna get back into this. The producer could attest to this story. So I happened to be at a little shindig at one of the producers' high school friend's house over the weekend over at Hobstadt. And I bet another person like me.
Really? I just think they grew them around here.
I was surprised too.
They got no soy.
You work at Toyota. What did you? How are you here? Yeah. I can't believe. What is his name? JJ or something like that? Yeah. I said
That ain't real.
I was like, yeah, that's a mystical creature. He said he was. I'm trying to think of where he said he was from originally. Owensville. Yes, that's where they grew him over in Owensville. There was one that's spried up, and he was a dark one like myself.
Well,
I couldn't believe it. I
Every
said,
once in a while, when you grow watermelons, you'll get a can of them.
That's right. said,
Actually,
here I am
seed in
in
there.
the middle of Hobston, Indiana, and there's another one like me.
I was surprised there was one like you over in Illinois.
See that? That's what
Especially Southern Illinois, too.
I'm telling you. They just prop up out of nowhere.
I don't get it.
Anyway, that was just a random tidbit that I couldn't believe it happened. I thought I'd share with you because they actually hide around here.
I've never been to Summerfest. You've ever been?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Never been. That's more of like a Fort Branch Hopstock kind of thing.
The other side is 69. That fans, yeah.
Yeah.
Gibson Southern type.
We don't party to get together and drink beer.
Yeah. When it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how us Evansville folk look at the Newburgh people. The nose is a little different.
Yeah. No kidding. Newburgh is right up there.
They are
Warwick County.
Yeah.
That Warwick County line, man.
That's
What did old Mr. Schultz used to say when he used to cross the Pike County line?
He loses his sleeves off his shirt, and his teeth would just magically fall out.
It would be funny too because he would be like my eye would go cross-eyed, I'd lose some teeth, gain a dip. It was hilarious.
magically sprouted out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like the old Shrek movies when they turn into the ogre and all that shit.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it was.
How ironic. Yes, it is. So going back to Warzone Call of Duty days, I mean, we spent many, many hours on that battlefield. I mean,
That's brotherhood.
as a brotherhood and a sisterhood, if you include your wife.
She was there.
She was there. Well, she basically listened to us just yell at each other.
Well, and the funny thing is, after a while, she didn't want to play unless Jonah was on there because that's the only way we'd get W.
That's absolutely correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel honored.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
It's not the first time we've said that, but we'll go ahead and remind you.
Yeah, she says she's actually excited for this episode because she wants a winner on the.
Oh, yeah. That's what it takes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the kill streaks and be like, okay, there's 14 kills and 1 death. There's Jonah. And then thered be Jeff. He'd have 5 kills and 5 deaths. Jen, 4 kills and 6 deaths. And way down at the bottom, you'd get old Ronnie Dunn here. You get maybe 1 or 2 kills in a good day.
I tell you what, though, when
18 deaths.
my favorite thing about you playing Warzone would be.
I'd do it without a map. Thank you, yes.
Oh yes, disable.
I'd go in blind.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually wore an eye patch. I never told you this till now, but I actually wore this one-eyed.
When he was seeing someone we don't talk about, I used to get pictures of him when we played Warzone, and he'd be what she would call it, an Asian squat.
I would. I'd be
On the edge of the bed.
Scowl.
Yeah, well,
100%.
well, when if rocks were the enemy, you got him, buddy. You got him. But yeah, he'd be on the edge of the bed and just straight up like down, ass to grass. I mean, kind of.
I'd be there. I mean, I'd be in it.
Yeah. Oh,
I had the gun in my hand. I was actually just holding the controller back here. This was just space. 100%.
Yeah. He had a degree in this and deodorant.
and the recoil on that was
Yeah.
was insane.
I wonder why you couldn't shoot.
That's what I'm saying. I set myself up for the worst possible settings so that when I did get a kill, it was so much sweeter.
Yeah. We didn't share that information.
Well, and also, too, I was more the looter. When they hand out those awards at the end of the game when we rode the Whitting helicopter out of there, which we did quite often when Jonah played.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be the gatherer of the group.
Well, I would agree with that. And when I get back, I would always lose my armor satchel.
Yeah, all the gear.
And yeah.
Because if I saw you from normally I was about 50 yards out. I kind of saw you from, I had you in my sights. Normally because I was sniping you and you'd be dancing around like a hot chicken. And at the same time, you're thinking it's me that's shooting at you. And then there'd be someone directly in front of you just, ready to take you
shot
down.
from both sides. Yeah.
So once that happened and then they'd clear out, I'd, fly on helicopter, parachute on in and would just pick all your shit before you had time to get back.
Thank you.
And then I did the same thing to your wife and I'd be like, yeah, I don't know where it happened. And suddenly I've got like this glowing gun, these 20 armor plates. It'd be, a little bit of everything. I just happened to find it on the ground.
Yeah. We're going to move away from that.
I digress, yeah.
Frankie, yeah. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about, Jonah, because we've talked about this on the podcast as well, brought up your name a couple of times.
Yes.
Your pending federal charges. No, I'm joking.
Thank God it robbed. The DNR's listening. No one was caught, so
No, so our,
nothing happened. We never mentioned any names, Cody Sloan, that anything happened.
God bless. We can have a whole podcast on that man right there. if we wanted to.
Oh, Keister.
Oh, Keister. That's right.
How'd your corn dog?
We don't even have corn dogs, Jackie. No, so some of our hunting adventures, I'd like you to attest on a couple of ours. Maybe you have a couple of yours that maybe I had forgotten.
Well, and Jonah is also, before he gets into that, because I know it's going to be a good story, Jonah has been featured already as a cover photo for one of our episodes. I believe it was episode, 14, 15, something like that. If you look back, you see this jackass across from me here, and this fine-looking specimen to my right. You'll be able to see they were bow fishing, I believe, way back in the high school days.
Yeah.
So if you do the podcast, then you'd be able to tell if if only that we had the producer here that could pull it up on the TV screen behind us and see exactly what we were talking about. If you'll scroll back here. Oh, wait, I changed the photo. You changed the photo. If you go to our Instagram at the Brews and Views pod, you'll be able to see the photo exactly I'm talking about. I forgot that I changed the photo. I'm not joking. I think it was that one or one of our other photos. We got flagged for it.
Really?
Like, I actually got an email that said, like, that one of the episodes had been flagged for, it was like an inappropriate photo or something like that. I'm not joking.
How's public hunting still on? Because literally all their entire stuff is them holding their deer or whatnot afterwards. I mean, yeah, you have an arrow through
Two guards.
two guards.
We're trash fish.
Yeah, they're trash.
They're invasive to our environment.
Exactly.
We're just doing
The Lord's work.
the DNR a favor.
Do you remember going up to that culvert that night?
Yes. It was a very, very, very fun night.
Walk me through it. Paint me the picture, please.
First off, we had to drive, where was that? I feel like 5 miles down a single lane road, water on both sides.
Yeah.
Can't get off the side of the road, you're stuck.
Yep.
No cell phone service.
Obviously.
Yeah. So we make it out there.
I mean, were you really carrying cell phones at the time? I mean, this is what year? 20...
I don't know.
Your sister, I tell you when it was, your sister was still playing softball because I was home on leave. And Jen was like, hey, I want you to come home. I was like, no, going with the boys tonight. You come with, but
How many times did that happen, or is this the same story?
same story.
Okay.
Yeah, I told
I was like, I feel like this sounds familiar, that you actually told your wife you were going to do something, and then you actually did it.
Yep, believe it or not.
Sometimes you gotta put your foot down,
Yep.
you know?
So again, you said one time they had one?
Yeah, one time out. I'll make 10 years. Next month will be 10 years.
All right, there we go.
Congratulations.
Be a good time to have your wife on the episode. Just tossing that out there.
She'd like to be.
So, it was 10 years ago.
Not even our technically property. We had to sweet talk old boy, Mr. Schaefer, and taking us out there. Then we made us a long, about half-hour drive down that road because getting off the sun. About got stuck multiple times.
Yeah.
And we get back there, there's just fish everywhere.
It sounded like water was rushing, didn't it?
Yeah, but it was the fish themselves
Jumping up.
Yeah.
They were
Asian carp?
Asian carp, gar, mainly gar.
It was a lot of water.
Well, though, you stick the net in there and they just flop.
You could have definitely like stuck like one of them big old nets or like casting nets.
Yeah.
And probably caught 30 of them.
You would have had a hell of a cookout.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys eat the bones and everything, so you would have.
I've had a fish eye or two in my day. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't waste not, want not, man.
But, I mean, it don't matter. You didn't have to aim at that point.
No, we just sit there.
Oh, so I'd excel at it. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, you would have been shooting in the dead water.
I'm in the fucking tree.
Yeah, you'd pull up a sticker too. Yeah.
Oh, at least.
Yeah. We were letting them eat, though. I tell you what. That's the first time I ever seen two fish on one arrow, which was, I mean, that was sweet.
Epic.
I think probably same coveralls, too, wasn't it?
No,
He's upgraded since then.
I've grown since then a little bit. Had to give me a whole new order.
Gives those O enough.
Knock him. No, I ain't giving him nothing. He should his own.
He's like, I'm going to pass it down to my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. The old fishing overalls. I like that. Yeah, buddy. That was a good old time, though. I'll tell you what. I mean, we probably brought out between I think it was 4 of us, 4 or 5.
You, Braden, I think, and Ryan. Wasn't?
I don't know if it was right or not. I know Tyler Williams was there, too, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. It's been a minute.
It's been
No kidding.
Well, I mean, your sister's been out of. I mean, she's already through college,
Yeah.
so it's been a long time. A lot of beer's been drank.
Let's just go ahead and shoot for 12 years. 10.
It's been 12 years.
I was just saying, you said it wasn't 10 a minute ago.
Well, I'd say 9 or 8. Either way, it don't matter. Been a long time.
Long time.
Yes.
Amen.
But yeah, I mean, what do you think we shot? Probably 20 fish, threw them up on the bank.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was.
I want to shoot for iron number 50.
That's what I feel like 20 is kind of low.
I was giving her on the low end because, like I said, it's been a long time. I don't remember. I mean, your arm gets tired after bringing that bow back.
But if the fish are jumping, like you say,
And they weren't just jumping; they were just huddled up trying to get to this culvert that was like, I mean, it had. So here's the water level, and here's the culvert. So you have like, I don't know, a couple inches they were trying to jump into to get into the creek.
gotcha.
So that was their go-to, and they just huddled up in there. But
Have you ever been bow fishing?
I've been a couple times. I've only been where I'm like shooting off a bridge. I've never done it any other way.
What take you out?
hell yeah, I've been.
You know, we say a lot of this shit, and then surprisingly, it never happens.
Well, shoot, it just rained, so I feel like it'd be a good time to go soon.
Let's get the calendar out.
Go ahead and get the Rolodex calendar out and go ahead and punch one in.
Hey, we'll figure it out. After this episode, we'll figure it out, and we'll let y'all come into
We'll do a live event. Yeah, we'll do a live stream.
That's right.
Yes.
I've got to hear it. I think I've heard it once or twice. I want our viewers to hear it too. The infamous story, I believe, were you in Jonah's car? The incident of the title of episode 13, the drive-by shooting.
Talking about on Highway 64 on.
Oh, Cam.
Yes. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So walk me through, if you can, without, unlocking some feelings. Yeah, I understand. I've heard real stories. Yeah.
It really is.
Can you walk me through, from your accounts, what exactly transpired that night?
Well, just like about every other weekend, we go gas up the Camry, get us some beach nut.
You put about, $18 to fill it up?
No, you put about $5 in.
Oh, okay.
We were in high school. Yeah, I remember.
All
We had $5 for that. About 6 hours of cruising.
Yeah.
Oh, the Camry? Yeah, 100%. I get it, too.
$6 for beach nut. Then I think we all used to get coffee back then too, right? We got cappuccinos from the Shell station.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
First vanilla cappuccino.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's put you right.
I was going to say, none of you were old enough to drink, but...
No. And we didn't have the hookup back then either. I mean, we were
Really?
young. Yeah, we did.
17.
Yeah.
Maybe 18.
Yeah. It wasn't crazy. Well, we were, for the most part, me and him and people we were going with, we were all in sports, so we really didn't have time.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday nights was our cruising around fun night.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And that was the time we'd go out and couldn't be scared. Yeah.
4-legged.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was another Gibson County Saturday night. You're in the Camry. $5 in the tank. Walk me through it.
All right, Pam.
You're at the place.
And we're the same people.
Tell me I'm stupid.
In the fridge.
No, so we'd take off and just drive around, look for animals. And basically we got to 64 and Cody, mentioned before, he had a nice lease property.
Super.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Lot of
Thanks,
turkey.
shout out, Cody. As of this year, I'm part of that lease.
Wow, look at you.
Can't wait to video him hunting later.
We're cruising down and he's freaking out. Don't shoot them, dude. Don't shoot them there.
He said, I'm going out in the morning.
Yeah. So what we do, we lean out. Then there's two or three twins. Yeah, the windows I'm driving. And we just start lighting it up. That dude didn't stand a chance.
No, it did not. And
Worst part was the hot chill.
You're driving the Camry, just going down the back. Make sure your pants still burn like I ain't caught on.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's just laughing, having a good old time.
Was it
freaking out?
Was it Jeff was in the front seat with you?
I was in behind him. Tyler Williams was in the front.
I got you.
So yeah, me, Tyler, Jeff, Cody.
Mystery person.
Yeah, I
I don't remember who it is.
Oh, there was 5 of you in that.
Well, we always had 5, even 5 seats.
We rolled dice. Yeah, we rolled 5, man. Don't matter who it was.
Someone had to take the price and ride in the bitch seat.
That was Cody.
Cody.
And I had to guess. I mean,
Skinniest of us all, man, you know.
yeah.
65 pounds.
You go, yeah. I was gonna say you put a beating pole in the back seat. It just makes logical sense.
Exactly. We have our leg broken.
Yes.
Out of here. Yeah, you got to stand on somebody and be fine.
And an average sized woman or man, and he'd be perfectly fine. It'd be like a car seat type of
Way
situation.
to go. Now you're
I
getting
think he
it.
still needs a boozer seat at the time, but
Yeah, no
Besides the
kid.
point.
No kid. He said he's gaining weight. Can you believe that?
yeah.
Well, then what you want to do?
He lost a good one though, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out.
All the way over in Guam.
The bicyclist herself.
Cody, close to your girlfriend, man. She'll love it. I promise.
Oh, sweet God.
This is a good one.
So, you're not blessed with his 50,000 mistakes he's ever made. Anyways, so. Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to gather myself.
I
I
can't.
apologize.
So, I need to know, are there any stories that, obviously because you haven't listened to the podcast, so you're fresh ears, that we haven't shared already from back in the high school days that you would just love, that would just bring you back some reminiscing memories with my partner here?
Ooh, I got a good one. So we're
Again, paint me a picture.
okay. We're driving around Camry.
Of course.
Good old Saturday night. We're by Cody's house.
Here we go again.
It's on the back room, man. It's right by the coon block.
It is coon block.
So
We got
we're-
2 coon blocks.
That's right.
How convenient.
It is
The same person's property.
and they connect.
Yep.
And
of
cool,
course.
Yeah.
Before 69 came through, it was really
Fuck that all.
Yeah. Line back road.
Anyway,
Yes.
we're
Thanks,
driving.
Biden. Anyways.
We're driving. Get you some ice cream, bud. So then we're driving around and got the spotlight out, look over. Man, there's some mines right there in the woods. Man, looks kind of like a coyote.
Yep. It's the one.
Jeff goes, shoot it. Put it right between the eyes, we shoot it. Walk up to it, it ain't no coyote.
I said no.
He goes, you got a knife? I had some junk. Army surplus knife from the ground.
Happen to have one. The dullest thing you probably own, too.
Anything on you. You know what I mean?
You always got to keep it on you.
It's not sharp, but it'll work.
Yeah. So he pulls it out and says, I'm a skid it. It starts snowing. He's in what, shorts, I think, and a sweatshirt. It's freezing. You know, I stay in the car, just hoping nobody.
Obviously, yeah. You're keeping watch because you're like, if I see headlights, fuck these people. I'm taking off.
I think an hour went by,
Good Lord.
and he comes back and goes, I got the back straps.
You know, like, it's only we on the Red Dead. In Red Dead, you can skin that bitch in 10 seconds.
Yeah, but that ain't real. That ain't.
I mean, obviously.
Real life has problems.
Yeah.
Like a old
And
knife.
he literally just sticks it in the gut. He's like, all right, the legs will take care of itself.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. That was cold that night, too.
And it made up for it when we got back to your house. Or, no, it was my house.
It was your house.
We got back to my house.
I thought it
No.
was it someone else's
What?
that you took it to get it processed.
That we'll get to that story here.
That's a different one.
Wow, then let's see that.
one hanging on my wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
That-
That one. We'll get to that one here in a second.
But no, we get back to my house. I think it's what, like 1 in the morning.
It's give or take.
Yeah, give or take.
Fresh.
British back. I mean, like hair still.
No shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We cooked them up on the other one, and they were delicious.
They were so
Good.
so good.
So good. My mom goes, "There's what do you do?"
Why? It's 1:30. What are we doing here?
Hey, well, we got a deer, so we're cooking it over.
What's the follow-up question? How brought
No, it never was how. It was just
What are you doing? Turn around. Went back down.
Yeah.
we were home at that point.
Yeah.
We were safe. We weren't anywhere near
anything else? Some
red blue lights.
Yeah.
You know,
No
that's
drugs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not drinking.
Yeah.
Just sticking the knife to the back, strapped at 2 a.m.
That's for you, Amy. Be proud.
No, but they're delicious. Now, the 11-point, it's hanging on his wall.
Yeah.
I don't know how you came up with it.
Because no one else would take it home.
Correct.
Well, no one really wants to get a deer that's got about 45 bullet holes in it either, but
Let that bitch up too.
22s are powerful.
Oh, yeah.
And when you see 3 dozen of them, I guarantee.
I don't know how we didn't win the war quicker, to be honest with you, back in WO2.
I mean, I want to go JFK.
True. That was a Springfield, though.
Still 20.
This is a Ruger.
Don't get him started on the conspiracy theory and all that too. We got we be sorry tomorrow morning.
Lee Harvey fuel.
She said jet fuel.
Yeah, we're having a round table for our next conspiracy one.
Yeah, well, fuck the round table. It's gonna be like. Have you ever seen? Almost like a board of directors. It's gonna be a panel of like 20 people, and everyone's gonna be chiming in with their conspiracy theory.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be
I mean, Michelle's gonna dick.
Oh, here we go. Okay, God,
Lady
related.
Gaga's too, but hey.
She's. I was kidding. You can say it. It's Jude.
It is due.
Oh,
Supporting them.
Yes. Do what you got to do.
Thank you all for tuning to the last episode of Brews and Views. Obviously, if you haven't reported this by now, well, that report button's right there in the corner there. So going back to what we were talking about.
It looks like a flag.
Yeah.
Non-rainbow.
So, God damn it, what were we just talking about?
Jeff got here.
Buck.
The 11
11 point.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I'm actually driving the S10 at this point, I'm pretty sure. 'Cause that's
S10, yes.
too.
That's right.
Yeah, driving the S10. So, we had 2 people in the back of the truck. I don't remember who. It had to have been Axel because that's where we took it to the house to.
Yep.
Had to have been Axel. It was you, me, Mr. KS here, Cody Sloan. And I don't know if that, I think that was it. I don't remember.
Just the 3 of you?
It's just us. Yeah.
Not access?
And Axel was there. Yeah. So,
That's what I'm saying. So 4 of you then.
yeah, it was 4 of us. So we see this buck out in the field here, and we're shining, which is completely illegal nowadays.
Wink.
So,
As long as you don't have a weapon.
yeah, as long as you have a weapon.
No one
or
did, I'm
height of over 6 inches. All that.
Or bow or legs court.
Yeah.
This is where I learned.
Or wet paper towel. So,
So,
no weapon to ruin the vehicle.
yeah.
Honestly.
So we throw rocks at this deer.
So there it was with the slingshots.
Yeah.
Caveman.
Yeah. No, so we're driving, and I don't know. It might not have been my S10 to be honest, because I remember shooting at this deer, and
Pop out. I mean,
no, we were driving next to it.
Of course you were.
With the light on it, and there were 30 rounds going at it because we all had 10-22 Rugers at that point, and that deer made it all the way up to this like little like a ditch, and then kind of like a tree line cutout thing.
yeah.
And we got out of the truck because we never saw it go out of it.
Okay.
So we thought like, okay, it's safe. It thinks it's safe. We all got our stuff out, and we traversed up into the through the ditch and up in there, and there we saw antlers, and I don't know why we did this, but we're like, we need to make sure this thing is dead, even though it's got freaking crap ton of rounds in it.
Plenty.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I guarantee it.
And
Because if the first 10 didn't work, let's shoot off 5 more.
yeah, so I think it was Tyler Williams. He goes, just shoot it in the head. I was like, okay. So I popped it in the head, dead at that point. Can't use the skull anymore.
JFK'd it. I got
Yeah,
you.
which is why it's up on my wall up there with just a plastic mount.
Correct.
Yeah. But we bring this deer back to Axel's house. I won't say last names, but most of y'all will know who I'm talking about. And we
Because it's a very common name.
yes. We get him hung up or whatnot, and we start to look at him, and we see like these like little bumps on the side of his legs. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like, what the heck is that? And you could feel it, and it kind of like moves a little bit, kind of like a cyst.
Yeah.
We're like, it probably ain't nothing, you know. It is what it is. We start we gutted him first, and we skinned him down, and as soon as we hit that spot, literal like green nastiness just comes out of it. I mean, it was disgusting. luckily we kept the fur on it so we wouldn't get on any of the meat. But I think what we took out of it was the back straps and maybe the rump ropes out of it.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe just because we were kind of scared a little bit.
I mean, understandable.
Yeah, you don't want to get EHD, other stuff going.
Yeah, HPV or HIV, whatever Magic Johnson had. Yeah,
Hey, he's surviving.
but he is. Showtime, man.
Money will do that to you.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury had money.
Yeah, he gave up.
Yeah, he was ready to take the L.
I was tired. I get it. We're all tired. We get tired. It's part of it.
Well, we do, but you, Mr. Weekend Warrior, I don't know about it.
I'm making. If there's
So
something,
the 3 naps you take each day at the job, I understand you're making it.
the thing is, I don't even take naps anymore. I'm by myself.
He will sleep on the job.
Of course not.
No.
Never once.
I've had a couple supervisors come up and be like, "Hey, wake up, Putin Pop," and stuff like that.
You missed first break. Oh, shut us out. Don't let me alarm for the next one.
Don't worry, I'll catch up on it.
I'll see you in 20. It's not that I do that, Mason. It's all right.
Obviously, now. So, okay. I need one more story here because it wouldn't be right, one, to end it on Autumn Out, but for two, I thoroughly enjoy hearing about these stories. Like I told you before, when we just kind of reverting back to episode 13 with the drive-by hunters. If you haven't checked it out, you can check it out at the links right below on the YouTube there. So if you will digress into one last story, but I need it to be, I'm sure Cody Sloan is going to be involved in it, but I just need a real drive home story that's a core memory, if you will.
Core memory. I got plenty of them.
Well, keep going.
I mean, we've only gone through 7 beers, so we got plenty left.
Well, keep going then. Don't stop the party now.
Okay. So I don't know if I've told this on the podcast or not. There was this one story, me and you going. Well, it was probably 4 of us. We're going down 57 there, and it was snowing that night. We're in the Camry. Do you remember hitting that e-brake at one point, trying to do the old Derek Morgan 360, and ended up in front of Bill's house?
Yeah. Put it against the stop sign.
Why do I feel like I've heard this one too?
You probably have. I remember if I told you a lot of stuff.
So, 57, you're up past here where we're at the day compound, location undisclosed. And it's snowing. You're in the Camry?
We're in the Camry.
We're in the Camry.
I never actually got to go into the stand of vans.
She's indestructible.
A full 360 and almost hit the sign. And you guys look at each other and you're like, fuck, that was close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard this one. Next one. Next chapter.
Really?
Yeah.
We're on the side of the road up against the sign, and we just put her forward.
Yep. And got
Had to get out pushy, you remember?
get that forward.
Yeah,
Camry.
No, he put that Camry low. I know she's two-wheel drive. But
Okay,
I got one. We were doing the coon block.
You've heard of Stump the Schwab. This is Stump the Filipino.
Yeah. I feel bad too because this has hurt my father a lot because this is a story of the old 16 gauge. Yeah.
Hey, Tit, we holler at him. He's just across a couple cornfields.
Yeah, a couple across the railroad tracks. I've told him about it, but we're going to tell it publicly now. So my dad got this 16 gauge, I'm pretty sure from his father. Believe it or not, there's more than a 10, 12, a 20 gauge. There's a 16 gauge in between it. Had a modified choke on it. It was actually a bolt-action shotgun.
Okay.
beautiful gun.
Beautiful gun, had a clip and everything. It was wonderful. I shot this thing many years. I decided to bring out coon hunting, which is a very bad idea because if you want to go coon hunting, you want to put one hole in it because you're trying to sell the pelt. I don't know what I was thinking.
Not blow the shit up.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. So we're out there. We see a coon, shine it. We get out of the old Camry, go run it around. We shoot out of the tree. We didn't shoot it very well.
No.
And I wasn't willing to waste a 16 gauge bullet. I was like, well, I've seen this in movies. Why not do it now? I take it like a gosh darn sledgehammer, like a stupid idiot, and just start, boom, trying to pop this thing with
I've heard it.
the stock. Yeah, I haven't told it on the podcast yet.
I was gonna say, I feel like I've just heard in a conversation between you and I.
Yeah. So I freaking nailed it a couple times, and it didn't kill it, but the second time I hit it, stock broke on it. and I literally stopped what I was doing. I didn't care what the coon was doing at that point. And man, I like literally the blood rushed from my face.
I'm sure.
And when I got home, I think we needed to get the coon too, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it had a bullet in it. It had me beat the heck out of it.
Yeah.
I
fine. We had to get it.
had to, yes.
That thing, hell.
I went and hid it in my bedroom. My dad never asked about it.
Interesting.
Never asked about it. I think I was in the Navy at that point when he went to my room trying to clear stuff out. And he goes, what happened?
What?
Exactly. Gave me the what? And the old Steve Austin.
Well, it's Steve Austin now.
Yeah. And
What?
I told the whole story. I said I'll get it when I get some money or whatever. Anyways, my brother Andy, he decided, it's time to do it.
Yeah.
He got it done, which I know I still owe you, Andy. Don't text me after you listen to this episode on Thursday. I know I still owe you money. Blah 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 blah.
Ain't that?
I told you had to pee. I told you had to pee during this episode.
You're fine. Keep going.
Oh, I know he did. He's wearing shoes too. Yeah, his feet are soaked.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah. So, Father, publicly, I'm sorry. We got it fixed.
Don't feel too bad. Old Reliable stock broke too.
Which one?
Old Reliable.
Which one? There's plenty of old reliables we call it old reliable.
No, the only one I used ever is Grandpa's 22.
Oh, I remember that thing. What happened to it?
I got it back from the DNR. Thanks, DNR.
It broke with them?
No, it broke whenever I was using it because similar situation, beating on it.
Well, we're baseball players, so you think you got a harder swing than a bullet can get to the.
Yeah, full swing,
Yeah,
But it's like I didn't get it fixed either.
Do you remember that time it was me, I know it was just me, you, and Tyler at this point, and we went to, we were driving on this road, and there was only cornfields on the side with a big old oak tree on the railroad track, and we shined a light up. There were 7 eyes, and he had his AR-15 and like a
223.
Yeah, 223
How
and
much of a coon went?
a 9mm pistol. He just let him leave.
The one coon was split into half. That ain't no saving that coon.
Thank God you came back. And,
Please continue.
And we brought the old Tyler Sickman, and he goes, "What am I gonna do with these holes that big out the backside of them? You can't sell them anymore because at that point, I mean, coon fur was like $3 a pelt."
It's amazing I walk in at that last segment there, and I already know the story you're talking about because the time that we cruised the back roads, we drove by Tyler's house, and you're like, hey, let me tell you this story about one time that we showed up to his house,
Yes.
and he didn't know what the fuck we were going to do with it. Come on, keep going. You got to stump the Filipino, man.
I'm not worried about stumping the Filipinos. I'm worried about stumping the viewers. We have so many conversations in the last 5-6 years we've talked.
Correct.
Good God.
Keep trying.
You told him about when we used to mess with the animals.
I don't think I've told him about that one.
We might have a winner here, folks.
I don't think I've told him.
We might have a winner.
Sorry, Heath. But during baseball,
He settled.
he settled. He was
The one and only.
he was a lovable, gullible guy.
I'm a needle.
Still
But
is.
he had a cool little S10 Blazer. Had plenty of room in the back. Well,
I love them old S10 Blazers.
We would drive around. Whatever animal we found, well, we ended up in Heath's car. There's days we put a snapping turtle in there.
Or did a line? Oh, yeah, was that a line?
Yeah. And when we had baseball practice, I was in the outfield. I caught bees. I used the cup to caught bees.
Hold on.
You're in the outfield, man. You get
Sure. I get it. We can't let
This guy here, you got to think he was center field.
So he'll be baseball stars. 23 Wood Memorial.
Hey, 2011 sectional champ.
There we go. Show some respect.
They are. I know you can't see him.
I mean, since they've taken down the photo at Taylor's too. Oh, it's still up. Interesting.
Right next to the bar now.
Oh, they've
It's a mistake. Look at us.
Look at us. We're looking good. But
So you're in Heath's vehicle.
no,
No. You have to run off all the
it
time.
left a lot. We're in Gibson County. Why not?
Oh, he's diving in there. So,
That's necessary. You got my car. Every key's in it. It's unlocked, man. Just
yeah, please, just,
please.
If you come over to our house, it's locked. It's locked.
It's locked, Jennifer. Yeah, obviously, I kind of figured that out. Thanks.
Yeah. Anyway, so, that was freaking hilarious. I remember the turtle one because it smelled so bad.
So the turtle was still alive.
Turtle's still alive. We stuck it. I think it was in his driver's seat or like in his floorboard.
Man, is it good to see it?
Was this his daily?
Not daily, because I mean, it's a lot of work to do it daily. We had still at school. We had baseball practice. You know, we did what we had.
No, I'm saying like, was this his daily driver?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You got one car.
Yeah. Hell, you never know.
If you have more than one, you're privileged.
Yeah.
You're on the other side of 60 now.
You know, Mustangs like old Mrs. Buck had. You know, you don't know that.
Side story for
But no, we were
Patriot.
in the outfield one day. I took a cut.
Okay.
Every day before baseball, I'd go to Shell Station, get a Mountain Dew slushy.
Okay.
And
There we go. Got it.
So,
Love me a good Mountain Dew slushy, I'm
me
telling you.
too. Drink it all, take that cup out there, I'd catch bees.
During a game of practice.
Practice. It would only be practice.
Yeah, that's
Baby Ruth for games.
I kept Snickers in my back pocket.
I thought it was Baby Ruth.
You could pee in the outfield too if you just hold your glove over.
Oh, my Lord.
In between pitchers and you gotta pee.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Yeah, hey, bud. I couldn't do that. I was third base.
No, your dad and Bill would be laughing in the outfield though.
Oh, yeah. I've heard stories of that. Yeah, nobody wrong. You and old Kalen over there. Yeah.
Have a good old time.
And who was the right fielder at that point?
It was a mix-up. You know, it's just whoever went out there. Tyler played out there. Levi playing out there. Levi got kicked out from playing out there. He stared at clouds one day. Ball landed 2 foot from him.
Yep.
Damn.
I remember that was in Boonville.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the game.
that was
it's
the game.
Mid-game.
He's like, I was just staring at what kind of excuse is that? Maybe lose it in the sun.
Yeah. Give me something better than...
Ball's hit. He didn't move. He just don't move.
Dude, I remember.
It's a wonder it didn't knock him in the fucking face.
I wish it would have.
I mean...
That's a little hard. A little bit hard.
I mean, it's a fly ball right to you.
His directional didn't matter. I mean...
God, it was the brothers we had on. What happened to say? Yeah.
Alex and Oliver.
What happened to the second?
Well, Alex and Austin.
Yeah.
That's the last name, Oliver.
Alex and Oliver, the same person.
Oliver and Company.
Yeah, he called you out about that sectional game.
Well,
Who did he play?
they played for Tecumseh. So 2009.
I can't do that.
So 2009, 2010, when we used to get blown out, we would beat, whoever we were playing. I'm assuming it was Shoals at that point.
Cannleton.
It was Cannleton.
Yeah.
We'd knock out Cannleton or whatnot. We'd always have Tecumseh as the championship game.
Gotcha.
2009, 2010, their team was stacked. Alex was a pitcher at that point. He pitched against us. I don't know if he pitched during the championship game, but I know he definitely played because I always went up and talked to him or whatnot afterwards. After he graduated in 10 or 9, I don't remember which one it was. In 11, that's when we won our sectional.
Yeah.
From, how long ago was it since we won the last sectional? Like,
Almost 10 years, I thought they said.
it was give or take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, we got the full ride back bus.
Oh, yeah, fire trucks, ambulance, yeah.
It wasn't that far from Leadville to Oakland City, dude. It was a good old time.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember when I got home too. My brother's just like, "You deserve a beer." I was like, "I shouldn't be getting it from you, but thanks, buddy."
Where the hell's that?
Where's Father Time at?
God bless.
Yeah. No, I think he was crying because he won a sectional in his high school. I remember him coming out to the field too and being like, yeah, this feels just like when I won mine. And
That's my boy.
exactly, it was a good old time.
Good moment.
Yeah, I agree. You remember that picture we all got too, and we all got we didn't get to talk to seniors. Got to talk. We were sophomores at that time.
Damn. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But they were part of the team, it helped carry us there a little bit.
Well, Nick and Hunter, what did they do? Try to bunt that for like the first out of that 6th, 7th inning.
Yeah.
And I mean, Nick just went up, cutter, put down that. Oh man,
Easy day though.
easy day.
Can't teach.
You can't teach that. You can't teach that in a facility at home.
That's just instinct at that.
That's his thing, man. Oh,
Natural athlete.
yes. But
That's what Jeff used to be back in the day.
Still probably is.
hey, I can run farther than you.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Maybe fatter than you, but
I was gonna say, yeah, your agility is a little bit on the distance.
I got the David Goggins mindset. It's just I don't go to the gym as much as he does.
It's all mental. That's all it is.
Running 100%. I talked to my boy down Henderson, Zach. He big runner. I mean, well, did cross country back in high school.
I didn't know Zach runs.
Oh yeah, big. I mean, he'll run.
Wait. Which Zach you said?
Henderson, Zach.
Henderson. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Mr. Young.
Oh God, no.
Oh,
Good
dude.
Lord, he's
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask. He's like me, just without the beard.
He's like, I just eat broccoli.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I eat my broccoli and my protein bar.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had an almond today.
somebody down in Henderson, I mean, he will run, just run around that downtown Henderson area. I mean, it's no, because we always kind of keep accountability to each other. I mean, he'll run 5-6 miles a day.
But speaking of, if you want to come see the Brews and Views
Thank you.
boys and Mr. Zach Sully,
Yes.
come down July 6th to Henderson Brewing Company.
It's their annual celebration. This is 6 years in the making. They're finally doing it right with bringing Brews and Views karaoke in there. You're going to see Kix, Brooks, Ronnie Dunn, the Wish.com version. Don't think you're actually going to see Brooks and Dunn. It's actually the free version, if you will. You've heard it here. We've performed in Evansville. We've performed in Nashville. Well, one of us has. We have performed in Las Vegas.
I performed in Nashville before.
Okay, so we've performed in Nashville. We've performed in Las Vegas. We've performed, at the Hornet's Nest, if you will.
Here.
Hell, we've even performed right here in the Day compound in good old God's country, Gibson County. July 6th, Henderson Brewing Company. It is going to be from 8 to 10 officially. If you're there early, you might get to see the pre-show Brooks and Dunn Wish.com version. And we will be signing autographs. So if you bring your finest beers, we'll go ahead and sign it there for you. We'll get a photo with you. Don't be shy. It's going to be a great time. Henderson Brewing Company, July 6th. It's going to be an all-day event. It's their annual celebration. It's the party of the summer right there in Henderson County, Kentucky. Be sure to show up and join us.
I agree. I say before we end this podcast, we got this Crown Royal Peach here.
Of course.
Why don't we, while we go around, give a shot of it, each one?
But here's the caveat to this. Instead of there being just lapse of silence, we got to figure out something to cheers on or to talk about during with the other person's taking a drag.
You got anything, Jonah?
Or we can just make it a moment of silence, for God's sakes. I mean, hell.
Don't matter to me. I don't care.
Oh, you're the Navy veteran, so please.
Navy veteran.
Thank you for your service.
No, whoa. I don't know about this. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your disability.
Unbelievable. You don't understand how much shit that he gets for this.
No, I understand. I get it, but hey, he went and did the thing, you know.
Yeah, more than you said.
Yeah, I don't know if I
You
could
know, I also salute to all my brothers around.
Oh, now I salute to 4 million servicemen, except for this.
No, yeah, well, local.
I went away. All right.
I went away.
No, hey, how many breweries did you go to in San Diego?
Don't talk about it. I went to a lot of breweries.
How about those skateboards?
Very longboard. There it is.
Longboard
I'm gonna
act.
salute to the longboards and to my fine partner here, Mr. Kix Brooks.
And cheers to the Filipinos and all the good food they make.
Amen. Got that lumpia. I'm telling you.
What's that, dog?
How is dog, by the way?
Hell, I don't know. Dog the mountain.
Don't give me that.
Dog. Hey,
Give me that.
hand to God right now. I don't do none of that.
Don't give me that.
Yeah. Listen, if you listen to that Patreon, it'd be a different story. But again, we want to thank Mr. Jonah Day for allowing us to be here in his fine establishment, the Day Compound, in the heart of God's country, Gibson County. Jonah, again, we can't wait to have you back on the episode soon. We can be out in the field as our original plan was. But we appreciate you letting us use your compound for these accommodations.
And before we stop this, by the way, I want to interrupt you a little bit.
Oh, please.
as you could tell during this video, we have a lot better kind of like video, audio, lighting. I mean,
We're
everything.
not in the studio, and we're not recording off my iPhone, to be quite honest.
Yes. So I kind of want to bring in our videographer.
Yeah.
Mr. Jesse over here.
Yes.
My man. Oh, God.
I mean, this guy here, he's got a great business. If you want to do you do weddings?
I can do a little bit of everything.
He does a little bit of everything. If you got a rent,
Does it all out there.
Jesse, give yourself a shout. Tell us where they can find some of your product on social media. If you've got a website, or how could they get a hold of you if they're interested in your video services?
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't tell you this beforehand. I was making a preview.
On the fly is the best way.
That's the best way.
BittersweetUniverse.com. Best way to be able to see some of my work. Bittersweet Universe on YouTube. You can see all of my work that I've done on there. Facebook, Bittersweet Productions, I believe is what we're on under there. Bittersweet Vids on Instagram. So Bittersweet everything. It's easy to find. Candy Ball logo.
There we go. I love that logo.
Yeah, I saw that when your wife sent me the information. I was like, this is good marketing. I'm telling you right now.
Would you like a little peach?
That's how we true.
It's also his birthday as well.
That's right.
It is my daughter's birthday. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday, man! On there,
4 years old.
you're that killer. So, we want to thank you guys again for multiple people we have to thank. We want to thank the producer, of course, that will be featured on an upcoming episode.
Maybe.
If my partner gets taken out, it's because the producer has JFK'd him. We want to thank Jesse, who's taking care of our audio and video for this episode. He's actually our newest sponsor for season 3 of the Brews and Views, Tales of the Sea and the City. So you'll be able to follow all of him on social media as well. We'll post the links in our Instagram and our YouTube.
You want to do the hand thing?
Oh, listen, I'll get there. Last but not least, of course, we thank our pristine guest, Mr. Jonah Day.
Mr. Thanks.
It's been a pleasure, truly. He's a longtime friend of the podcast as well. And if you haven't heard about it now, follow us on Instagram, the Brews and Views Pod, the Brews and Views Pod, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, any possible form of social media that we could have except X. We have mixed. It's a love-hate relationship. We talked about it with Elon. He loves.
I love Elon, the man himself.
Yeah, something like that.
SpaceX, baby. That's right. SpaceX.
Well, see, now back in my day, when you did the X, it was the generation X.
Yeah, well, it's like your generation. It's the same as mine.
No, I didn't see that. So, it's been a wild time in Gibson County. You truly couldn't ask for any better. Before Kicksworks dies on me, because he's 90% of the city, we want to make sure that he's still at 10%.
Good.
We end the podcast the same way as always. The Brews and Views Pod on all social media platforms. Like, subscribe. Tell us how much you say. I think we're lost Jesse. So before we lose anyone else on this podcast, gentlemen, raise hell, praise Dale.
That's right, baby.
Cheers.
Cheers. See cornbread.